and welcome Green Stars. This is the Absurdi-TY show, and we're back at it again. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm not consistent. If you guys feel like I'm not consistent at all, I'll try my best again. I've been dealing with things outside of the YouTube, such as school, so it's gonna take me a while to post videos. But let's get right into the situation. So Canberra is opening borders in Australia, South Australia, uh, which helps loosen COVID-19 restrictions within the country. So it also ease up restrictions on restaurants, which is good because people need money out there to survive. And I find that a little bit funny how they're not really doing that up here in New York. New York is dealing with a lot of restrictions still when it comes to certain corporations, certain businesses. Like recently, many businesses such as the cab services, they've been protesting yesterday on the Brooklyn Bridge, blocking the exit to the bridge uh, because of working conditions, as well as these restrictions that's later being placed on them by the mayors and the governors of New York, Mayor De Blasio, Governor Cuomo. They're just destroying New York as a whole. But this news is particularly for Australia, so New York has another time, another story to tell. Um, Jesus Christ. So Canberrans, if I said that right, I'm sorry if I didn't. My fellow Australians, um, Canberrans will have more travel and dining options this week as the ACT and South Australian governments continue to gradually ease coronavirus restrictions. Uh, as of tomorrow, ACT residents will be able to fly to the SA without needing to isolate themselves for 14 days when they arrive. That is good. That is good. I am so tired of just self isolating, especially with the virus not being so much of a major thing. I saw a chart the other day where the virus within Australia is not really as impactful as it is. Like they have a lot of deaths, but at the same time it's way more cases than deaths. Uh, and I just feel like with this virus, with from the CDC, how from the amount of deaths, literally 94% of the deaths were caused with something else in addition to COVID-19, while the rest of the 6% only had died due to COVID itself. And we just need these businesses to open up. Like, I don't understand how uh, we aren't given opportunities to actually help provide for our own, so that way we can survive out here. And people should have the choice whether or not they want to risk themselves to go out, to shop, to live their life and do whatever. And with all these I'm not really supposed to say the virus, but I'm gonna just say the COVID. Uh, with all these COVID warnings, is fear mongering people, to prevent people from going outside, and as well as trying to rely more on the government, and that's just gonna make people more lazy. But yeah, the decision which the SA government extended to Canberrans but not to New South Wales residents coincides with a minor update to ACT restrictions, which will allow small hospitality businesses to serve more customers. Good. More customers means more money. We need that. We need more customers to help build up the economy again. From Friday, Canberra's restaurants, cafes, and bars will be able to host 25 people regardless of the venue size. 25 people is a little bit of a small number. I would just say open it up to 100%. We shouldn't be restricted just because of a virus. I mean, this virus isn't really anything. If anything, we should be fine. Literally, 97% of people survive from this virus, and I'm just saying, just let people live. And what's also funny was that I was also reading more about Australia, and a lot of people out there are protesting against these restrictions, against like stuff like wearing masks or social distancing, or closing down businesses. And although this story is late, um people are getting arrested out there by the police, which is sad, because you have the right to protest. You have the right to peacefully protest at that. Now, hopefully, this person was peacefully protest in Australia. So this mother, she was handcuffed after she advocated against coronavirus lockdowns. And what's crazy is just that it's another country, and I didn't really like know what specific rules they have for protesting, but when I looked it up, you legally have the right to, you have the freedom of speech in Australia. In fact, as I was reading one of the things for the articles, Article 19, everyone should have the right to hold opinions without interference. Everyone should have the right to have the freedom of expression. This right shall include freedom to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas of all kinds, and to exercise those rights of Article 2 carries with it special duties and responsibilities. It may therefore be subject to certain restrictions, but these shall only be such as are provided, and then here's the provided by the law that are necessary for respect of the rights and reputations, as well as for protection of national security or of public order or of public health and morals. I mean, this last part, for public health and morals, again, this COVID thing is pushed right out of proportion, and it's not really fair for people to get arrested for protesting. They have the right to protest out there, again, similar to how they have the right to protest in America. So a 28-year-old pregnant Australian woman said Thursday she was not aware she had broken any law before she was handcuffed and led away by authorities for allegedly inciting activists to demonstrate against COVID-19 pandemic-related shutdown orders. And inciting activists, I mean, it doesn't say she was inciting a riot per se. Hopefully she wasn't, because if she was, that would change the whole meaning of the story. But yeah, it's just weird how how more people are getting arrested in Australia just for using their right to protest. Zoe Buller's partner helped to live stream her Wednesday arrest at her home in the Victoria State city of Ballarat, where she lives with her 2 young children. The video, which was removed, has since been viewed millions of times, drawing criticism from both sides of the aisles. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, so you're telling me that I can just say, oh, I don't want to wear a mask, or I don't really care for these lockdowns, and next thing you know, I get arrested the next day. Like, that's just insane. Especially how we just read that we have the right to protest. Even in again, in Australia, you do have freedom of protest, freedom of speech, and it's just terrible, you know. I feel sorry for you guys out there in Australia. I heard with the Melbourne situation, with those tough restrictions that you guys have, is very unnecessary, very wrong, and I hope you guys are able to push through it. And yeah, that's basically it, though. All I got for today, guys. Again, thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys like, share, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Deuces.